How do? Welcome back to Witcombe Park Farm. We are into March. Nothing has happened in February. There was nothing for us to do, so we passed on into March. There was a John Deere sprayer with the seeing spray in the sale February for, I think it was 44k. I was very tempted to get it on a hire purchase, but we didn't. We withheld, we stopped the urge. We don't really need it. A seed spray would be nice for the herbicide, but we've got 4 IBCs that we got on sale at the end of the last episode, so it's not really a priority, and it would have taken all of the cash. So first things I want to do is just have a look in sale. I haven't looked in March yet. See if there's anything that piques our interest. There is a forage wagon. Although we've still got no way of loading loose silage, so I think we'll stick with baler for now. Because I'm pretty sure we need to do our grass this month. There's plenty of things I would like, but nothing we really need. So there is no point wasting our money when we don't need it. I want to have a quick check of the fields, see how they're getting on. Triticale's looking good. We got all the weeds sprayed off last episode. We got the nitrogen all done. So they're looking good. How's the poppy looking? Nitrogen's not amazing. We have got perfect for quite a lot of it, but I did see bad and good. But it should be alright. I don't think it's anything to worry about. Grass fields. I know, so they are ready to harvest, but if you look at the bottom right, it's growth stage 3 or 4. So we're going to need another month on that, which is fine. We need to get 61 and 45 limed, and we wanted to get linseed planted in there. So we're going to need to get some lime. I still would like a lime filling station, but we just... I think they're about 40k. Let's have a quick look. I don't think we can afford it. 26.5k, which is half of our money. Just thinking. It would be 26.5k, and then we'd need to buy the lime, which would probably be another 10 or 15. We won't be anywhere near that. I'm actually what mine about. I've only got 2 fields to do. Oh, don't want to sell that. Right, we'll think about it. It may be that we, when we sell the next load of silage off, we'll harvest it next month, and then it'll take like a month and a half, so it'll be like June time probably. We could do it then. There is no contracts really that are piquing my interest. So I think what we need to do, we need to get the telehandler out, get the IBCs off the back of the flatbed trailer and into a shed somewhere. We're going to need to take a trip down to the store, buy some lime. Just thinking where to put the herbicide. Maybe just at the side of the liquid fertiliser tank there. Would be an option. Yeah, we're going to have to go get some lime then. We need to get the 2 new fields sprayed. And then we can start getting some linseed drilled. First time for us doing the linseed. So glad this map came with a telehandler, even though it's got 3,651 hours on it. It's helped us out massively. Did all the bale loading for us a couple of episodes ago, and it's going to be carrying on doing the bale loading. I'm not going to use auto load at the moment. I do use it when the bales come out of the storage, simply because there's not enough room for me to get the telehandler in there. It's a very tight space. So I don't really have a choice, but that's fine. In the fields we'll get them loaded up with a telehandler. Little jobs like this as well is good. So last pallet, and then we can have a look. No lime in the sale, unfortunately, so we're going to have to pay full price for it. So last time we got 16 bags. And it wasn't enough, but we did have the fields were the big fields, 2 big fields, like 20 acres, plus the smaller fields, so we're not going to need anywhere near that, I don't think. Let's just see how big the fields are, the 2 that we need to do. So 61 is 4.5 and 45 is 2.5, so 7 acres. So yeah, it's not even the combined size of one of our bigger fields. I'm just going to leave the telehandler here for now. We'll take the New Holland down, I think. I think there is a bag of lime somewhere on farm that came with the farm, but I don't know where it is, I can't remember. So I might as well buy it now. Just double check. Yeah, no, there's no in the sale. So we need... I'm thinking. So we used, I want to say, probably 24 bags last time. So I reckon if we go, I reckon probably 8 bags. Or do we do 10? Let's do 10. We'll do 10 bags. Right, let's go grab that. Oh, we stopped at the level crossing. We got this guy on the right who tried to overtake us, even though we stopped. No train went through though. Must have gone through just as I pulled up. Alright, we're back at farm. We've got all of the bags of lime into the same shed that we had the pallets in last time. I think today we're going to give the Fent a run out. It's been sat idle for the past few months. So we shall grab the spreader, get loaded up with lime, and head down and have a look at our new fields. Already cultivated before we bought it, which is nice. Right, where is the new field? So we're at farm and left. Okay, so it's by the bale storage shed. I am getting used to the map now. 5 episodes in. We're getting used to where everything is. And here we are. New field. That's just off the main road as well. That's nice. Couple of entry points. Right, so we'll get this one done. The other new field is up next to the grass field. So we'll get this done. We'll fly up there. We'll get that one done. And then we'll probably use the New Holland. Well, not probably. I think it's the only one we've got that's got the horsepower to pull the drill. So we'll jump into the New Holland after this. Well, I was gonna time-lapse this, but it's taken me about, I don't know, 5 minutes or something, if that. So not really much point. These fields are quite small, which is fine. Not the end of the world. We've got a combined 5 acres between them, so it's still going to be a decent amount of product from the linseed. So we will get this back into shed. Just avoiding obstacles. I still need to move that trailer. That's been there from the start of the series and I've not moved it. And then we'll jump into New Holland. We'll pick up the drill. And get those 2 fields drilled with linseed. Shouldn't take us too long. So like I said, 2 of those fields is only half the size of our bigger fields. So it should be a fairly straightforward task. Drop the trailer please, thank you. I need to find the drill. I remember we put it into one of the... Yeah, there it is, I can just see it. We had some real issues parking it up last time, so we ended up dumping it up in here. There should be plenty of seed in there, we shouldn't need to refill. Yeah, we're still at 50%, just under. So we want linseed, please. There we go. We'll start off with the bottom field, bit storage shed. Get that done. And then come back up here. Is that... Ah, there we go, there's the fertiliser and lime. Yeah, then we'll come back up and get that second field done. Should be fairly quick and painless because like I say, it's combined, both the fields are half the size of the bigger fields we've got, so should be nice and easy. Then after that, braking. And then after that, I might have a look, see if there's any contracts about for us just to get a little bit of cash. If not, then we shall move on to April, when we've got all of our grass work to do. Right, let's get lined up. Let's get turned on. Drop down and away we go, he says as the GPS turns off. Try again. Away we go. Right, see you soon. that didn't take long, to be honest. I don't know what's going on with these bloody lines on the GPS though. A bit all over the show there. We just freestyle it for this last bit. It is an oddly shaped field. It's like a triangle almost. So no wonder the GPS is struggling, but it's fine. Got the majority of it done. Just seems to have had a little bit of a meltdown for that last bit. So I think now we will have a look at contracts, see if there's anything for us. If nothing piques our interest, then we shall move on to April. Where we can get the last, obviously the next cut of grass done. Got 2 fields this time, so we should get more silage bales, which equals more money. So I'm all for that. And like I say, once that's fermented, we'll sell it straight off. There's no point keeping out of it, because the price doesn't really fluctuate that much. Who knows, we may even be able to afford another field after the next load of silage sells. Like I said, the more fields the better. Plenty of fields to be going at on this map. I want to have a look at a production at some point as well. I would imagine linseed will go into oil, but I might be wrong. So we can have a check of that as well. I know the poppy certainly goes into oil. So it would make sense for us to get the oil mill. We'll have to have a look, see if the linseed does or not. Right, beautiful, done and dusted. I just want to have a quick look at this production, like I say, see if linseed does go into it. Where is prime oil processing? Yeah, linseed. So we've got linseed and we've got poppy. And how much is it to purchase? Ooh, £250,000. And where are we on the map? Okay, it's not that far from farm. So that might be an option then, because we've got about £250,000 from selling off his stuff at the end of year 1. And we're going to have more stuff to sell, so that's interesting. We'll get this parked up and we shall have a quick goosey gander, see if there's any contracts for us. Ooh, there's a 12k fertilising one. Won't say no to that. Yeah, we've got his own. We can do liquid or solid. So let's accept that. We did have that bag of solid fertiliser, didn't we, that we've seen. Well, it's got the fent out. Let me drop this lime off as well. I'll just put it out here somewhere. I'm not going to bother putting it with the others. I would use the fent, but the we've got the crop sensor on Nemesis, so we might as well put that to good use. So we'll get this contract done, and then I think we will pass on to April. See if there's any other contracts for us to do. We're going to have all the grass to do, and I think this time I'm going to operate the baler, I think. To get the AI worker mowing. And get one rowing. A mowing and a rowing. And then I'll follow behind with baler, I think. No, which shed was it in? I think it was around the other side. Yeah, it's there. I'm going to have to pull it out. Otherwise, we're at risk of taking that bag of lime, which I don't want to do. Okay, where's the field? Of course, it's at the other side of the map. How are we getting there? So we're going the opposite way. So we're going past our new linseed field, up and out that way, till we get to the end of 35, and then right up to there. Looks like beans. Is it beans? Yeah, green beans. I know it only says 10%, but it is 1,000 litres, which should be enough. If not, we're going to have to buy a bit more. Right, okay, let's head up there, get this field done. And then we can move on to April and have a look at cracking on with the next lot of silage. Well, that was a very quick contract. I managed to get the headland done myself with that bag of fertiliser that we had. And then we had to swap to AI Worker, setting him to buy. Because the amount of time that it would have taken me to drive back to farm, put the sprayer on, or get another bag of solid fert, and come back, the AI Worker will have done anyway. So we had 37.8, we've got 35.9 now, so about 1,900 quid that cost us. And how much did we get? Was it 9 for the contract? No, 12. So yeah, we got best part of 10 grand for not much work. I'll take that any day a week. Well, let's go back to farm. We shall pass on to April. Have a look, see if there's any contracts available to us. And then crack on with grass work. April is upon us. Monthly fee's gone out. Let's have a quick look int shop. See if there's anything for us. Nothing at all. There's another forage wagon, but I don't see the point at the moment. We've got the baler with the wrapper, so... Well, let me think about what tractor's doing what. I think we'll get the New Holland on mower again. I'm not going to bother. I still need the front section of the mower, but I'd rather wait until that comes up in the sale, really. Rather than spending 50 grand just for the sake of. 15 grand, sorry, not 50. Where do we put the mower? I think it was in one of these side sheds. Oh, this shed is tight to get this tractor in. God. Can't see anything either. There we go. Alright, can we lower it? Whoa, 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 what? Why are you folding? Don't want to fold. Oh, dear me, what is going on? And we are on our side. Amazing. Right, let's try that again. We're out. Okay. Which one do I want to start in? Probably the bigger one, I would say. Don't think I'm going to do hay this cut. Like I say, I'm more interested in getting some more cash in bank, I think, at this point. Working towards another field. Let me shut them doors. They don't need to be open. So I got the lime in. No, it's just an empty shed. Okay, it looks proper sparse, this this grass field. But it's ready to harvest. Perfectly pH, perfectly nitrogen, so we want to do we want to do 3 laps at Edland? Yeah, okay. We'll set him going. We'll have a look, see if there's any contracts for us. So we need to give him a little bit of a head start before we send the rower in. It's not really anything. 22k ploughing contract, but that will take forever. Hoeing, maybe. That's quite quick to do the hoeing. It's got a quick working speed anyway. I was hoping we'd have maybe another fertilising or something. I mean, we could do the ploughing. It's just something I never do. 22 grand though. I suppose I could do Edland. Let's borrow it. Let's do it. What's the worst that could happen? I'll do Edland. God almighty. That plough's huge and we're on a tiny map. It's going to be interesting navigating our way. How far off are we? How far away is the field? Oh, of course, it's miles away. It's that one we just fertilised last month. Okay. Suppose the quickest way is going to be probably back to farm, through and out the other side. Well, this is going to be fun. Look at the size of this plough. It's absolutely massive. Didn't think of that when I took this contract. At least it's not wide, it's just long. What's going on here? Why have we got a traffic jam? Hello? It's a motorbike. It seems to be glitching. If I fit through here, it's going to be an absolute miracle, let me tell you. I suppose that's the joy of an articulated tractor. You can get through tight spaces. Alright, we're through. Didn't expect that. Okay, so let's head up to the field. I will do the headland on this field. And then I think probably we're going to have to call it there and carry it on next episode because we're going to be running out of time, I believe. But let's see how long Edland takes us first. And we can go from there. Ooh, another new feature at map. The lorries. Big old Arctics. And I've driven straight past my turning. Getting sidetracked looking at lorries. I don't tend to like articulated tractors, but you can certainly turn them on a sixpence, can't you? Right, let's get up there and crack on with this ploughing. Well, we're here. We got here with no trouble, but it's telling me 6 headlands. And the lines don't look right. What is the working width for this tool? Because it looks a lot bigger than what it's showing me on GPS. It's that one. 6 meters. It's saying 5.6. I don't know. Is the honest answer here? I'm guessing because we need to turn plough. Well, I honestly do not know. I think we just set off and see what happens. Yeah. Must be because we have to turn it. I may have underestimated this contract. I'm certainly not going to do 6 laps of the headlands. Don't know what to do now. Could just abandon it, I suppose. But I imagine we're going to take a financial hit if we do that. Do we? Don't know. This is just going to take a long time. Question is, I suppose, is it going to take longer than it's going to take us to cut, row, bale and transport our 2 fields? Because at the minute we're doing 5-6 miles an hour. If we're lucky. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to cancel it. Yeah, 400 quid. Okay, we live and learn. We live and learn. Okay, so he's cracking on. So we might as well set the... Who's going to row? Who's going to bail? What's horsepower requirements on baler? 140. 195. 170. So Eva can bail, I suppose. We'll get Fent on rowing. And then we can bail. Let's just check there's no other contracts. No, not really. I mean, there's a couple. There's a couple of fertilising ones, but they're only tiny. If we were going to do any, it would be the hoeing, I suppose, for 10 grand. 34 and 57. Let's rate up top again. For 34, 57 is just next to us. 10 grand. I don't know. The problem is, like I said, when we're getting to the time where we're getting most of the contracts, we're going to be too busy on our own farm to do anything. I mean, we could borrow the equipment and set an AI worker going whilst we do what we're doing. I also think we need to leave a bit more time on the mowing. Right, come on then, let's get these 2 hoeing contracts whacked out. Why not? We'll take the 10 grand. I'm not going to start rowing on this field until mowing's done. So we might as well do. Plus it's one of my favourite tractors. Okay, so we'll do these 2 on a time lapse. It should be pretty quick because not the mower, the hoe's got a quick working speed, so it shouldn't take us that long. We'll get a quick 10k in bank. Every little helps and all that. And by that time then, that first field should be mowed and rowed. And we'll probably look at baling it next episode. Whoa, they're heavy, these paws though. Right, we'll start with 57, seeing as though it's right next to us. And it's the smaller one. Right, which is actually the best way to go here. So we're going to be... Oh, don't think we can cross there, can we? Let me just have a quick look, see if we can cross there. It'd be over this way, wouldn't it? That's the bridge. Yeah, there's a ford there. Never noticed that before. So where's the turn off for that? Okay. That answers our question then. We can go through the ford. I did not even know that this route existed. I suppose that's the joys of doing contract work. You find new routes and new fields that you don't really look at normally. Hey! Whoa, whoa. Bit of a deep ford that though. Right, here we are. Let's get this done and then we can move up to 34. Well, I don't know what's going on this field, but it's struggling. It doesn't even look that hilly to me. But we're operating at half speed. The hill looks to be going left to right, so I don't know why it's having this effect. But we're pretty much done. Both of our fields are mown. Just finishing off the rowing on the smaller field. So let's get these collected up. That was a difficult 10 grand to make that, I'm not going to lie. But that takes us... Hang on, what are you turned on for? Let's turn you off. That takes us to 53.5k. So next episode, we're going to get all of this grass baled and wrapped. We're going to get it all moved into storage barn. Don't know if we're going to need to lime these fields again. Sorry. So pH is good. Nitrogen's okay. Bad. So yeah, we'll probably get away without liming these grass fields again, which is nice. Saves us a job. We will have to fertilise them, which won't take too long. And then I suppose the next cut of grass is not going to be until July. Harvest time is September on the poppy. September on the triticale and September. Okay, so yeah, so 1, 2, 3 months will take us to July. So we'll have another grass harvest in July. He's done and dusted. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to help me out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.